All right, have and have not fans, you know to hit that subscribe button as well as the bell notification icon. That way you don't miss out on any new content on the channel that I post. And with that being said, I really need to be very careful in how I title this video on YouTube. That way it doesn't get flagged. I'm pretty sure like hanging or suicide are instant ways of getting demonetized. But in this video, we're going to be talking about Justin paying Wyatt a little visit and the psych ward of the hospital. I feel like this is not going to turn out well. There are so many ways this could turn out, literally. Basically, we know he's going to go there to assist Wyatt because allegedly he feels like, what, you said you wanted to take your own life? I just wanted to help you. Here, you can take my belt, wrap it around that, I forgot what he said. There's like a bar or something like that in the ceiling or on the side of the wall that Wyatt could use to hang himself, or a pole. And that's basically getting rid of the main obstacle and getting Jeffrey, which is, you know, the man he loves, who just so happens to be straight that Justin doesn't. Why the hell has nobody just said, hey, Justin, Wyatt is straight? I mean, literally. Even though Justin will most likely not believe it right away. It's like, that's just a God. Here's my thing. I get it. Wyatt was trying to provoke Justin by, hey, Jeffrey, tell him we're lovers and stuff like that, just to get under his skin because he was getting pissed off. My thing is, look, I remember getting mad, like, you know, growing up, like, even now, I really don't hang around people that much because, you know, being introverted, I'm very choosy with who I spend time with. I remember growing up, I always got mad when somebody passed gas and blamed me. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I've always been that kind of person. Like, if I ain't do nothing and I know I didn't do it, then don't accuse me, because that just pisses me off. So if I'm the kind of person that gets offended by somebody claiming I farted when I didn't, then imagine somebody calling me gay when I'm not. First of all, I feel like being a YouTuber, you need thick skin because some comments are not always good comments. Like, I've gotten flack on some videos, but I've learned to ignore it because honestly, for every troll comment or somebody that's a hater, there's like 10,000 other people who comment positive stuff. So you really got to focus on that, not the negative. So there's that aspect of it. But yeah, especially that, you know, was that Justin Jeffrey scene necessary? I got called all kind of homophobe. Oh, you're in the closet. Oh, you're this or that. Nah, I'm straight. And I literally said in that video, is Tyler Perry trying to tell us something in his writing, that I actually apologized in that video because I was not my usual, I didn't feel like I was being genuine in that video about Justin and Jeffrey. So I've already talked about that. I'm just trying to use this for an illustration. So I don't know why it doesn't just say I'm not gay. But basically, we know that Justin is going to try to entice Wyatt to do what he wants, which is, oh, okay, let me just pull out this little plastic bag or with drugs. I'm guessing it's an ounce or something. I really don't know the units of drugs, but I'm just going to just say that he has a little bit of something on him that he's going to use to try to get Wyatt to do what he wants. And I'm pretty sure Wyatt's not going to do it. But after seeing the drugs, he's like, look, I'll give this to you if you hang yourself. Which makes no sense, but to be fair, Wyatt does think his parents will kill him, so this could be his escape. It's like, I'm going to go off on my own terms in a cloud of smoke, no pun intended. But then, I mean, Justin would have to assist Wyatt to get out of the straitjacket in order to hang himself, or Justin climbs up there to attach the belt. Wyatt stands on his bed or something like that, and if there is a bed, I think there is like a... Wait, is there a bed? I don't think there was one. I think Wyatt was literally sitting on the floor because it is a padded room. So maybe Wyatt, I don't know. I'm thinking too hard on this, but basically, let's just say that Wyatt does hang himself and die. Let's say he does die. What would happen as a result of that? Could this be the reason that Catherine is crying in her car? Maybe she gets a phone call that her son is dead and she's literally breaking down in the car. Who knows? And maybe because of that was her last chance of actually exposing what Wyatt did in order to get Benny out of jail. Who knows? But let me just put it this way. If Wyatt does die, what does that mean? We know for a fact that there's somebody on the outside of the room, because remember, every time that Jeffrey goes in there, he knocks on the door for the assistant to open the door, let him out, and lock it back. So does Justin pay off the person to say, hey, let me in there, but go around the corner or something like that? I'll tell you when to let me out. I've said this in another video. I think I said this in my episode review or either in the trailer breakdown. I'm not an expert on this sort of thing, but because I've never been to like a psych ward or a rehab center myself to visit anyone, because I've never known anybody to be in those places. But I would think that if you're about to visit somebody who's an addict of anything, shouldn't you go through like a metal detector, or, you know, they check your pockets, make sure you don't have anything that could be used for an escape or a weapon of self-harm? Wouldn't you think they would pat down Justin to see he's not carrying anything that might trigger Wyatt? So for him to be able to just freely walk in there with drugs on him and then proceed to bake it in a fucking spoon. I'm sorry about that, but I literally am pissed off by how stupid these people who work in their position seem to be, and not get what. Maybe Wyatt will yell out to the nurse or something like that to get him out or get this guy out of here. I feel like that might happen, but let's just say in a sick world that Wyatt does pull a Kelly from If Loving You Is Wrong and hang himself. Now Justin feels like he's won due to the fact that the love of Jeffrey's life is now dead. Now there's no obstacle in terms of love interest to steal Jeffrey away from him. Do you feel like it's one of those situations where Jeffrey's not going to know? He's going to wonder how this happened. It's like, how did this happen? I mean, he didn't have a belt or anything. He's been in a straitjacket. How did he hang himself? And then, you know, maybe, which something I doubt will happen, but should, let's check video footage. Who was the last, or ask somebody, who was the last person that visited Wyatt aside from him? Or will Jeffrey think that his parents ended up killing him? Because remember, he said that Wyatt was just being paranoid. Your parents aren't going to kill you. But remember, Jeffrey was leaving messages and called Catherine saying to come by to visit him, basically telling Catherine where Wyatt was. So will Jeffrey lash out at the criers thinking they're responsible for killing the man that he loved and ignoring Justin because he doesn't know that he's the one that's responsible? And will Justin then swoop in trying to comfort Jeffrey, saying that, oh, now you really do need to come with me because you need somebody to help you in your time of need? Will this be like, you know, him trying to run Veronica off the road, where we know that Justin had a hand in attempting to murder her, but it's a mystery that hasn't been solved yet? I'm going to be honest here. I think Wyatt might actually die in this episode, and they're going to try to play it off as a big mystery as to who done it, where Jeffrey isn't going to know the person who did it, but is going to suspect it's somebody else. That's what I think. It'll be a sad way for him to go, but to be honest, he really hasn't done much for the plot in quite some time. But yeah, and that will be interesting if Wyatt's dead, because he was the one that actually attacked Vinny. So if Vinny does come to at a critical condition and talks about what happened, then Wyatt is already dead. Does that mean Benny gets off scot-free? Who knows? But with that being said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Literally, I think this is just adding another layer of this. You know what's funny? How Candace and Justin are together in real life. How in the next episode they're both going to do despicable things that just makes their characters even more hated by fans. You know, you got one character calling a hit on her own mother, while another character is going to try to entice somebody to kill themselves. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on this in the comment section below. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll talk to you all soon.